So I went back and started to listen to the video that I mentioned in my irresponsible, insecure occultist video. On the second half of that video, I pulled some cards and I pulled the Nephilim and the Agarthans card, right? This card. Y'all see the dinosaurs back there? Y'all see the thing that's on the third eye? Yo, okay, I'm gonna listen to this video with y'all. Bitch, I'm mind blown. I don't even know, child. Let me find the Nephilim one. Here you go. And this card. So in my last video, you could see me shuffle, and I pulled these two cards, right? And I had like a lot to say about it and stuff. But when I was looking at this card, I was like, yo, oh, okay, I remember seeing these beings. I think I said it before. I seen this card, but during that time when I was doing the reading, I have so much stuff like on my mind or stuff that I have to do that I just can't remember everything. And I don't try to. I don't try to retain information. I let my intuition handle it. So when I need to remember something, my intuition would literally start to play that shit out in my head, like a visual in my head, because it's relevant at that time. And that's how I do things. I don't try to hold on to information and stuff like that. I don't even try to learn it. I read shit with my intuition. Okay. Because a lot of the shit that's out here, anyways, is a motherfucking lie. It's a motherfucking lie. Or it's the truth, but it has a spin on it. So who you think is the villain is actually the hero. For real, for real. And who you think is the hero is actually the motherfucking villain. It's a movie. Of course, I can't remember the name. But in the damn movie, the aliens made like a stop here, like a pit stop, and all they wanted to do is like recharge their ship or something like that, and then they was gonna leave. They didn't even attack nobody. They only attack you if you attack them, right? Tell me why the U.S. military uh attacked them anyways. When all they wanted to do is get some energy and go on about their business. But the U.S. military, like, you ain't supposed to do that. We're gonna attack you. So the movie was about that. So you would think that Americans will look at it and be like, "Oh, we the heroes, we saving." But even in the motherfucking movie, the aliens wasn't aggressive. They just wanted to charge their ship and leave. But the military, the US military attacked them anyways. It's like shit like that. So you really question like, who is the villain? Who is the hero? Yada yada yada. And the US military took so much damage. They got their ass beat. But of course they made them win at the end. Of course they did, but that's just not even realistic because the technology that the aliens had was far superior. But they end up defeating the motherfucking aliens on a motherfucking boat. Okay. Anyways, it's a corny movie. Like it's one of those action movies, they just made it for the action. It don't make no fucking sense. A lot of plot holes in it and shit like that. I think it was called Battleship. I think it was that movie that Rihanna was in. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Spirit. See, shit comes up to me when it's relevant. So when I was first looking at this car, I didn't remember at first, but then I was looking deeper into it, and especially when I seen the dinosaurs. See the dinosaurs right here? Some more in the background. I was like, oh shit. I remember. I remember this being. So when I was watching the motherfucking video, right? Going back to watch it, bitch. Um, I've even mentioned the name Agartha, but I was like, okay, she's showing me a book, and then in the book it was the name Agartha. Because I wasn't, when I was looking at it in that last reading, I wasn't familiar with the name at all. I wasn't familiar with the name at all. But when I went back and listened to this was last year, January 7th, I recorded this. I posted it. I probably recorded it before then, like maybe the day before or something. These cards wasn't published until November of that year. And I do remember trying to look online so I could find like a visual to show you what these people look like. And I couldn't find something like this, but I don't know. I'm only 13 minutes in the video. I'm gonna rewind it to watch it with y'all, and we're gonna talk about it. Cause boy, mm-mm-mm. Let me share the screen. It's a lot of shit going through my mind. It's a lot of shit going through my mind, like a lot of memories and shit like that. Cause motherfuckers been plotting and watching me. Ooh, 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 bitch. Let's go. A critical thinking to know that this ish is a lie. Okay. But it take in the intuition to know the truth. So intuitively I already know what this is. Yeah, we are created by advanced species. They created. I actually want to fast forward because I don't want to listen to it over because I'm actually excited to see what else I heard. So I want to go to where I was. I was talking about how this being had even found me. I was letting off a certain vibration when I was watching the Bob Laser documentary. And I was like, yo, this shit is fake as fuck. Being in that vibration of being able to see the truth, like alerted me to this being. And that's how they found, because they found me, but they found me. Well, I think I mentioned it later in the video, but let's go. I will link this in the description. Well, I don't have to. If you go into my, I posted it on my community blog or whatever. All right. So she's saying that she want people here to have a different perspective, a different way of thinking, and also have like a sense of freedom. So she not just showing herself to me, but I feel like she's showing herself to a lot of different and very intuitive people. Yeah. And if you go to that video that I was mentioning that I recently posted, I mentioned that too. Because on this card it said multi-dimensional perception. We have to get into a certain vibration in order to even be able to see them. She's mentioning a book. She said Agarthi. Okay, now I'm getting a visual of a man and a man in like a house or something, but
from a different time, maybe like 1800s or something.
Yeah. Ooh, this part is getting intriguing. I ain't hear this part yet. But before that, what I skipped over, I was mentioning the genitalia area. And I remember in my recent video, I said that it was flat, but no, it was unisex. So I linked this and y'all could go back and listen to that part.
I could tell by his clothing. He put me of the mind of Edgar Allan Poe. So whatever time Edgar Allan Poe was alive, he's dressed like that. The reason she showed herself to me last night is because of the energetic pattern that I was giving out last night when I was watching that documentary. And she's saying that she was able to tap into that frequency, that energy. And she do that with people who are in that energy because I guess the way that I was thinking or feeling at that time was putting out a certain frequency that she was able to tap into. I don't really think she liked me calling her a she or whatever so much. But
Hold on, y'all. I got some steaks in the oven. I need to check them.
I have respect or whatever, but it's just easier for me to use like those pronouns. So I'm gonna continue to use it. Because I don't know what pronouns she wanna go by. Okay, yeah. All right.
I know that I sound very low. I think it's because sometimes when I'm like channeling, especially channeling, um I you kind of go into like a meditative state kind of naturally. So when I'm talking, it's like I'm trying to talk through that meditative state. When I'm in that state, I really don't want to talk at all. Um, I also go into it when okay, that's my daughter. Um, when I'm doing the energy healing, people who had did it with me, they know what I'm talking about.
So they it's like on a mission to freeing people's minds, and she's like on a mission on her own. They on a mission of their own, and they also have like wherever they live in, they have a. I'm not even reading the cards yet. I'm just going by like what she's saying to me. They have she's a part of a group of people.
I want to see those cards again. Hold on, y'all. This makes sense. Because in the most recent video, I was saying that it was some type of negotiation going on between like the Nephilims and Agarthans, and they ain't wanted to work with them. They like, nah, fuck your promising. We don't care no more. We ain't working with you.
by like what she's saying to me. She's a part of a group of people. They not people. She's saying that she want me to get this right because she want the message to come across clear. Like these people, they not human. They don't really like to be called human. But they have human characteristics. But it's a part of her that feel like they created us.
Mm.
And they feeling kind of bad by the direction of humanity is going. Hold on, y'all. Give me a minute, because I keep getting corrected. So let me just go and get some clarity and then come back and give this message. Damn.
I was getting frustrated because she was really correcting me. I remember getting frustrated, like certain words not supposed to be used, but I came to an understanding later, maybe not in this video, but later I came into an understanding um of she was why they was like that.
All right, y'all. I channeled that message through.
And I put that on my IG because I came to the realization that certain words carry certain frequencies and it could cause like a disconnection in the communication.
Writing. I ain't do that in a long time. I actually took a notebook and started writing what they were saying.
I hope I can find that notebook somewhere.
I don't even really like to write pen and paper no more. So, this is what they say. They are a part of a society below the earth core. They want to make themselves known to the world and feel like we are ready to know they exist. As above, so below. They actually said that to me. They are an alternate reflection of us. Their values are almost the opposite of ours. They value community, love, truth, wisdom, and peace. They want to bring these values to us.
What the fuck is that notebook, yo? What the fuck is that notebook? I gotta find that notebook, bro. It probably somewhere around here. I probably just gonna run into it one day.
They known and spoken to our government. I wrote Bush, but she showed me a visual of Bush. And you know those bushes, they be looking the same. Like they got some strong genes, but I feel like it's the first Bush president. I don't know how many Bushes are president, but they know we're
Oh my God, I said so much in this video that I did not remember. I said,
here.
I'm mind
And
blown.
then that was it. Alright, so let me get into the cards. So, okay, now, y'all, I'm not a flat earther. I'm not. I'm really not. I can't even really understand why would they lie about the earth being round, but they actually showed me
Oh
a visual
hell, motherfucking no,
of a flat.
bitch. Yo, bruh, 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 bruh. Bruh, 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 bruh. Yo, tell me why. Tell me why. I looked up the first Bush president, right? And he went into office around my birthday, January 20th, 1989. Wow, bitch. I was born January 29th, 9 days after that, 1989. Shit is weird right now, y'all. Shit is weird right now. Shit is weird right now. I'm telling y'all, yo, get your mind right. Follow y'all intuition. Make sure you believe your intuition. If anybody's trying to make you not believe your intuition, because sometimes I be concerned with saying that because I feel like some people are delusional. But like some people be like, I heard voices and it told me to kill my whole family. Maybe they did hear that voice, but it wasn't saying that kill them in a physical. Maybe they had to get away from them emotionally or something like that. So just don't go to extremes. Just don't go to extremes. Okay.
That earth. And
Yeah.
layers. Like there are layers below and layers up high.
Wow, bitch. The pre copper minkin. Wow, bitch. Wow, bitch. Wow, bitch. And I think I might have had got this from like the Muslims or something. Like I don't know who this is from.
And I believe they are warmed up or have a sun, but it's like the earth core.
Invisible uh pillars. Stars hanging from dome. I have to look where the fuck I got this. Cause this is interesting. What is the invisible pillars supposed to be? Like what's the purpose of those? Pre
But it's below the earth. Um, mm, okay. The place where they live is like absolutely beautiful. The energy there is completely different than the energy here.
Yeah, see. This right here is actually, I think, a better description than when I was showing you. I was just trying to look for something that looks similar enough. Yo, bro, this shit is insane.
They really do have those values. You can feel it in like that atmosphere. And they saying that they want to show us that we can do another way. But our government keeps us restricted and oppressed because they're selfish. But that's why they're reaching out to, and they've been reaching out to people, like everyday people, for a while, for a long time. They want to put an end to like suffering here on this planet. They also saying that they have solutions for everything, every problem that we have. And they are trying to somewhat like,
Yo, this extremely correlates to my recent video of what I was saying when I pulled these cards. Because I pulled cards and it was reflecting the same damn thing that is I'm saying in this video. I made this video last year in January. Mm, mm, mm.
like recruit people to carry their message to get them more prepared. But they say they are going to make themselves known pretty soon. They are saying that our government is too afraid to, go against them because they way more advanced. But they also saying that their intentions is not to like start war or nothing like that. They really do want to bring peace. They are also saying that there will be like negative projections of them in the media and stuff to basically hold on. My bad, y'all. Got completely distracted. So let me try to. I don't even know where I left off. Okay. So the government would try to subliminally turn the population against them. And that is going to be like weaponized because it is powerful to get a collective consciousness. If you could get the collective consciousness all to think the same thing, then they could use that energy and weaponize it. So they are trying to prepare society for them. Mm. Because they want to be accepted. Because they're saying that they is here to help. She could also feel me. Because when I was saying that, I was thinking, okay, so channeling. A lot of times when I'm channeling, it's almost like a different side of me. So I could still, while I'm talking and channeling, I'm still having my own personal thoughts and feelings. So I don't trust any energy. I don't. But she's saying that they gonna work on showing that they are trustworthy. She also asked me not to shut her out. It's not that I'm distrustful. Well, nah, I just don't trust. That ain't my first instance to trust. But I'm a natural skeptic. That's just my first.
And she has, I mean, they had, or whoever, because there's times that she would project a visual in my head to remember her, especially in certain topics. She would project a memory in my head, and then I come back to this, because there's many times that I came back to this right here, because it correlated. So over the time, like, these motherfuckers did prove it. They did prove that they was trustworthy. Mm-mm-mm.
Mode or whatever. They also saying to me that they made themselves known to me before, but I wasn't picking up on them. I wasn't at a point that I could like receive this.
I don't think I was able to see them because I wasn't on that vibration yet. This
They
is
showing me where I was.
intriguing.
I definitely wasn't ready for something like that like this at that time. Definitely. I want to read this card because this is how they are viewing us right now. You are drowning in details. Your view of the big picture is obscured by something. Too many choices, lack of clarity and direction. Develop a strategy and stick to it. Research carefully. Radically new ideas are needed. New beginnings are possible. Plan carefully and execute the plan. So I pull, this is the Eight of Swords. I pulled a reverse in the second deck, and in the first deck, I pulled it upright. They really want me to focus on like the mental. It's something about our mentality. It's something about how we are programmed and stuff that keep us stuck, that keep us enslaved.
Mm. I mentioned that in the most recent video because they were saying something about what we consider morals is not even really that. We need to start to reconsider what we have been programmed as morals.
They also don't like the fact of how we don't work together. We always fighting each other, and they want to bring peace and clarity to that because they are very sensitive. Like now they are allowing me to feel them, and they have like a lot of hurt and pain about um hunger, depression, sadness in the world. They have like they hurt over that, and they really desire to fix that and to bring like an end to poverty because in their community and society they don't have those issues. Things are balanced. Also being like shown like a garden and stuff. Okay. Mm. They want us to feel the peace that they feel. Okay. Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in to my channel, Honest Tarot. Please make sure that you check out my other sources of our networks. I have a YouTube channel also called Honest Tarot, and I also have an IG at evie.kane. So go check that out for more information, and also check out my blog. If you look in the descriptions on my readings, you can find a link to all of those sources. So, if you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. It is definitely free, fully free, okay? Podcast right from your, okay? As for you anymore. Listenership, cast in one play app or go. Ooh, this is juicy. This is juicy. Okay, so I asked them about their history, how did they get here, and why are they even here, like their history. So they are from another planet that I pulled a coffin card. So I feel like this planet was in the process of dying or died before they move along. I'm gonna take a picture of this because I want people to see these cards and maybe you see something that I miss. But I also feel like it's very telling, very clear. So
Yo, I pulled a lot of these cards in that recent video. The unexpected income, the sudden wealth, and the pathway card, and the coffin card.
so some reason I'm like losing the connection. I'm not like hearing them too clearly. Not all of their words are coming through. I feel like because I'm slightly distracted. Sorry, y'all. I'm having trouble like tapping into it as deep as I did earlier. But I'm gonna read these cards. And I was getting some visuals as I was pulling them, so I'm gonna tell you what I seen. They did have to tamper with Earth, change like the atmosphere of Earth in order to live here.
Okay, so as I was listening to this, I was researching like the seven heavens and the seven earths and stuff. And this is coming from like a Islam religion, but even in a religion, they don't really know what they mean. I feel like it's the same with the Nephilims. Like it's vague, you know? Like, cause I was asking somebody today, like, who is a Bible thumper, and I was asking them about the Nephilims. They barely even knew who that is. So I was saying in this that they have came from a dying world, but I felt like that was this world. They were somehow descended. Um, and I believe it was because of the Nephilims. Maybe it was a world view or something. Maybe their world view got hijacked and taken over, or so it was something that I was reading in here. Under the hemisphere of the surface of the earth are mirror images of the seven wonders, representing the underworld where ghosts and the king of the dead reside. So that made me think of like where they at. But see, here they making it seem like that is the underworld. And I don't think it's really like that. I don't think that is like a hell or something like that. And they will say that the king of hell, it made me think of something that Bobby Hemmett said, that, they demonize a lot of the heroes, a lot of the people that had the best intentions and everything, like even Satan. Um, and we really have to reconsider that. We really have to think of things differently now, because we've been lied to. No, not necessarily lied to, but the truth has been twisted. So if you take everything that they taught you, they indoctrinated you with, and you flip it on the other side, like you considering like Satan might just been the hero. Um, because when I call demons, I ain't referring to like the Christianity meaning of it. Get what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm kind of overwhelmed right now because it's a lot of shit coming to full circle. We in a crazy time right now. Something is really about to happen. Something really about to happen. These lower realms are where people go when they die. Mm-mm. There's no indication dead humans were meant to ascend to the heavens. Mm. They twisted everything. They made everything backwards, but they still tell you the truth. They just reverse the characters. Mm. Because what they consider God is not a good person. Do not have your best interest in heart. What they consider God. Mm-mm-mm. Because they know how our energy works, our intuition, right? So they have to tell you truth, but they confuse you on it by switching the characters, switching the roles. They even confuse you about your place in it, who you are, your origin. They confuse you on those things to keep you a complacent slave. Mm-mm-mm.
That's why they ended up in the middle or below it, because they first had to. Oh, I hear them. They say that they created us. Um, they created us to almost like test the Earth atmosphere, test life on the outside. Okay, I'm still here. I'm just trying to understand. Okay, so when their planet was dying, they was looking for other planets to live on, and then they found Earth, which they felt like was a great opportunity. But the way like the atmosphere and everything was, it wasn't completely livable for them. That's why they had to go below, because something about how the atmosphere and the air was at the time when they got here, um, below was like a Goldilocks place for them to be, for them to breathe and be able to live and exist. But they did do things to the planet to change the atmosphere. They actually showed me the asteroid that destroyed the dinosaurs. I had this conversation with somebody before some years ago. But that changed the Earth atmosphere. And the reason why they even have dinosaurs where they at is because it's like similar to Jurassic Park. They collected DNA because they knew that these species was going to be destroyed. And they real good when it comes to like manipulating DNA, cloning, I'm hearing. They good at all of that. They very advanced in their own technology before they even got here. Mining gold. So they that's why they created us. I ain't feeling too good about that. Cause what it feeling like we was created to be slaves. But they see it differently. They's telling me to look at the creation story in the Bible. Yeah, I really don't try. I apologize. Please be patient with me, but I'm just trying to channel this energy, get an understanding. So I might take breaks and pauses every so often because there's a lot filtering in. Okay, so they created us, our version of like human and everything, because they wanted us to basically create the path for them. They had plans to live above, like with us, but it just didn't work out that way. And that's because um, as we started to grow and develop, we started to have our own plans and ideas for this planet. And they saying that is because due to our intellect, they made us smarter because at first we was kind of like just upgraded monkeys that could stand on 2 feet and use tools and stuff like that. But they made us more smarter, like upgraded the body so it could hold more of our souls. And they already knew because of that that it was going to um okay, hold on y'all, hold on. They saying that the first human bodies had like different type of energies in them. They wasn't necessarily like souls. It was a different type of energy. But they fell in love with their creation. And that's why they created the bodies to be more advanced, to carry certain type of souls. And it's almost like a
And then that RPG game that I found. I found it by researching Nephilim and Agarthan together. You can find it too if you put those two words together in the Google search, right? Which is like insane because it led me right to it. And I pulled these cards. Y'all seen me shuffle and pull these two cards. Ooh, child. But in that RPG game, it said that the Nephilim um was like spirits without any bodies. And what they do is they come and they hijack bodies and they use it until it dies and everything. And I think that as correlates because I'm saying here that the first bodies didn't even have like the body started to be inhibited by galactic beings. Cause ooh, including the motherfucking Nephilims. That must be how the Nephilims was able to take over. Because I was doing even more research on the Nephilims and I came across Supernatural. I got to get back into that show because I think I stopped at season 8. I stopped at the season where the end of the world happened or something. I think Armageddon didn't come. I don't know. It was a wrapped up. But in other seasons after that, they even brought God. And I want to see that. I'm curious. I'm curious and that really curious. But I came across something that was written out, and it was saying that the Nephilims was more powerful than the angels. And in order to, when they first came here, they were so powerful. The only way that they was able to eradicate them, they had to bring God. Mm. Because they was super hard to defeat. They was extremely powerful. Oh, and they called them the destroyer of worlds. Wow, bitch.
Business contract. It's like they contracted with Source to have access to certain type of souls, and as they
Mm.
upgraded, we develop into what we are now. But
Mm.
there are other factors to it, and I'm sorry, I don't feel like I could quite grasp what they trying to say right now. So I'm explaining it the best I can. But I guess to summarize it, they are from a dying planet or a planet that had died. They had to come here to Earth because they was finding a new home. So they came here to Earth, but the atmosphere was jacked up. Couldn't breathe here. So they created a scenario where they could tamper and change the atmosphere, the asteroid. Before they did all of that, though, they created like all types of DNA from that world before. And they experimented with it and they created bodies to have certain energies in it. They wanted the energies in the bodies to be more advanced because they wanted us to be able to accomplish more. So, somewhere within this, their original plan has changed and is due to us, their creations and souls and stuff like that. And they was also happy where they was living and everything. It's a certain type of benefit for where they are living, that they feel like they are safer where they at than being on Earth's surface like where we are. So it got to a point that it was just like, let them do however, whatever they want to do, let them progress how they want to progress. But now, as they've been watching things, they want to come in and to help humanity to change for the better. They saying because they seeing how we walk in the same path that had them to destroy their planet and had to move. They want to save the planet because they want to continue to live here.
I don't think that they are in the earth core. I think they are below it. I think it's a dimensional thing. Oh, I gotta take a break, y'all. I gotta take a break.
Okay, so they're saying that some people where they at kind of want us to get rid of us, and then they could come up here and take over. And our government like knows about this. They know about it. Um, and I feel like the government was kind of like, okay, you could take this percentage of the Earth population, and you could get rid of this percentage of the Earth population, but um, some of us want to coexist with you.
Oh, okay. So y'all remember if you have watched my recent video, I was talking about them negotiating and how the Nephilim now want to compromise. They want to make a deal, but the Agarthans are like, "Fuck your deal."
But I feel like that goes against like their morals and values. Like even in their government is highly moral, and it's because of their background and where they came from. They know how things would end up if we continue to do things like we doing. They even sometimes help with certain things that happen on Earth. Something about that big bomb, Hiroshima. They after that had happened, it could have been much worse, the damage and the impact, if it wasn't for something that they did. And our government knows about that too. And that's why they really hesitant to go into like a war that they are bombing up the place. They know how detrimental it is because it's like these people came from they hiding space and was like, nah, you can't be doing stuff like that. You can't be doing that. And they explained it to them why they can't be doing it. Oh, child. They do feel like we need to control like Earth population and the growth of it. They don't feel like we are overpopulated, but they feeling like we need to be more strategic and change ways that we perceive and handle situations. because it's going to lead to destruction.
That reminds me of was it a CERN video? It was either the CERN video or the video before that. No. It was the video about the those stones in Georgia that was blown up. And they had words on it. And I was saying, like, I feel like this is what coming. This is what is coming.
If we don't, they also saying that they want to first try to come to us in peace, but if we can't be at peace with them, then they will have to do some drastic changes. But they don't want to go that route. So that's why they doing things like reaching out to intuitive people, putting this message out there. I feel like that if I really look, I'm sure that it's plenty of people who saying what I'm saying right now, because they have reached out to a lot of people. They also have reached out to people in position of power, like in the industry. I'm feeling like they even have some effects on music, technology, and film. They saying that they had even implanted certain people into our society to help change it. Mm. They also are advanced spiritually. They know a lot about energy and um, intuition and all of that. Like there's no like religion there. They don't have time for that. But they do have the truth of like what they know. They saying that it's so much out there that even what they know, which is more than us, is only like a fraction of it. But they strive to keep learning about it. Ooh, okay. So I asked like, what is anything that they want us to know now? And when I was pulling the cards, the message was for me, but they told me that they wanted me to share it. They're telling me for one that they're gonna help me to be protected.
Mm,
They actually
I forgot about that, child. Wow, bitch. Wow, bitch.
want me to say that I'm protected by them. There's something about saying it that helps. Mm. Um, so I'm protected by them. Um, and they also saying that my luck will change soon. They're also saying choose my words carefully. And this was under the Page of Swords. They're saying that because now that I'm talking about this, that I would be watched.
Mm.
They're also telling me to believe in myself. With this hermit, and under it I pull seek a union of mind and spirit. They saying like that's why they communicating with me because I'm doing that. Hell, I mean, shoot, they saying that basically I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be straight. Let's see how that happens, you know. I know that I'm real nonchalant about a lot of things, but it's because I'm not really scared. I'm not fearful. And I'm a natural skeptic. I'm a natural skeptic. So I'm gonna come back on this. I feel like I'm gonna be reading on this quite a bit because there's a lot to be said and revealed here. But you know, if I am protected by them, I appreciate it most definitely. When I asked this question though, I was more like asking like what they want humanity to know or things that may be coming up or anything or whatever. But this came out instead. But I feel like it's time to like end the reading. So I'm gonna do that. Y'all stay blessed. I also want to add that reading on this energy gave me a calming effect on me. Um, and I felt like they did that ever since I got in contact with them, even from last night. So it do interest me how they could do that with your energy. So as I was reading on them, I almost felt like no worries in the world. It's real interesting, but it's been very calming on my energy. I also didn't feel like it was like draining me. A lot of times when I'm doing readings, I could feel like drained somehow, but it was like they was filling me up as well with energy. So I also thought that was pretty interesting. How they be lying when it comes to these
All right, so that part, because in the description I said that I did a review on the Bob Laser documentary. So if you want to check that out, you can. Mm, I'm gonna have to like think on that, ponder on that just a little bit more. That was very intriguing. Very intriguing. You know, a part of this is kind of making me feel like warrior mode. Like I'm starting to get kind of pissed off because I've been coming to the awareness of shit that people been doing and it's really fucked up. Like what they've been doing to light beings. because they don't want us to communicate with these interdimensional beings and stuff like that. They don't want us to know the truth. So they've been working very, 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 very hard to keep us from spiritually awakening, but it's not working. Yeah, I'm hearing that they trying to like stop certain parts of the brain and stuff like that. But they don't know the technology of our bodies as well as these beings. They don't. But they trying to figure out because for some reason they feel like that's the answer. Like they have to go through the body in order to block certain shit off. But it has worked. I have seen, especially, you know, the or whatever. I really did see it block people, but it put them in like a state of confusion and fear. Ooh. We in some really strange times right now. What's going to happen? Like, what's coming? Oh, that pentagram card. Harmony, protection, and idealism. Mm. Everything about to change. Everything. Mm. Oh, the Dracon pushed it back in. The Draconas wanted to come out. Trust your intuition right now. Also, don't take things so personally right now, because I know that a lot of us is being isolated. You know, people may not even want to like work with us and stuff like that. But it's a reason because of that. Like if you meet somebody and for some reason they start acting funny, like they start pushing you away, they's extra guarded and shit like that. It could be a reason for that. It's a reason why they don't want you to get too close, but they want to be just close enough that they could like kind of peep into your life and shit like that. But they don't want to be like close because they don't want you to pick up on certain things. Like they don't want you to lay eyes on them in the physical, especially if you could see energy like me. They know that. They know, they fucking know. They know that. And that's why they do the things that they do. Mm-mm.